Hey everyone, today is Saturday, July 7th. Yesterday's video was pulled down due to reasons, so let's move on. Today I played a little bit of the test server on Star Trek Online. You need to put in an hour to get a free Tribble. You need to beat some of the new missions to get a new duty officer. So I put in about an hour and a half this morning doing a few of the new missions. I see why it's on the test server. It does need quite a bit of polish. Yesterday afternoon, I fiddled around. I did some of the Starbase defense missions. Those are interesting. One of them I didn't finish, and I don't know why. The next one I paid more attention. We didn't finish it because it glitched and didn't give us credit for the 8th wave. And then another one we did finish, but out of 24 transports, we only rescued 8. So that really sucked. Well, I suppose 1/3 isn't too bad, considering, I went one way, everyone went the other way, and then I could not stop the transport I was trying to protect from going down. I think you need at least 2 ships to protect a transport. I don't know. Anyways, then today I did some of the Tholian ground content. Some of the quests are still a little bit buggy. There was quite a bit of rubber banding going on down on the ground. And I even had to file a bug report because a box that gives you a random suit of space armor, spacesuit, did not give me one. So that was interesting. A note, word to the wise, if you will, if you are investing in Starbase fleet projects and you send duty officers on them, you will not get them back. Just a heads up. Now, I understand why they're doing it for all categories of refugees, and right now they're only allowing you to send out common duty officers, except for refugees, where you can send out uncommons and rares. The one mission I did see that took those kind of duty officers. Mostly because refugees, you swap them all the time. You can get them pretty easily. With regards to the other common officers, I mean, I've got like 3 of everything, because I was trying to get more purples and stuff, so I needed to make more room, and so I traded up for greens, and then I traded those up if I had too many of those for blues, and I traded a few of those in for purple, which I managed to get like a purple refugee, which is absurd. Anyways, so just be careful. The test server, I'm just throwing things around willy-nilly because I don't care. It's the test server. I could always delete the character and do him again, really. I did kill 100 Tholians today. More than 100, but, that was cool. The missions are all on the ground thus far with the Tholians. Things like blowing up their scanning devices, you do 10 of those. Capture Tholian research, you got to get 30 of those. Not every Tholian drops them. Rescuing people trapped in little Tholian webs, you get those down, and then from your factional officers that you can get down KDF officers or Starfleet officers, and it's random every time. So if it's your faction, so I was playing Starfleet, when I rescued Starfleet officers, they gave me an item that was used in another quest. The problem is that that quest wasn't working. So I have this pile of stuff in my inventory that... Also, you can do the dilithium mining game on crystal formations, and it still calls it, dilithium mining, what have you, on the mini game. But you can do that. The problem with it is that unless you've got a teammate watching your back, you're probably going to get shot in the back while you're doing it, unless you do it in this one area. But that's because there were no bad guys there. First time you do it, you need to get like 475. Second time you do it, I think you need to get 500. And if you get over 700, if you get over 800 points in the mini game, you get 45 crystal fragments. And that was it. I mean, I was like, if you're in the 700s, you get 40. 600s, I think it's 35. So I don't know. I was not entirely impressed, but impressed at the same time, if you get what I mean. The Tholians are an amazing enemy to look at. They do radiation damage with their weapons. I think they use Tetrions in space. I haven't encountered them up there yet. And the missions all give you new suits of in new environment suits, and you can go all the way up to a purple environment suit if you get one of the purple packs for finishing the hard mission down there. Outside on Nukara Prime, there are 2 green missions, 2 yellow missions, and 1 red mission. The 2 greens you can do by yourself. The 2 oranges or yellows, whatever, you can. Right now you can do one of them by yourself, but both of those missions are say that you need 2 to 3 people to do them. And then the last mission says you need a full group of 5 people to do it. Then there's a cave near the base camp that you can go into, and inside of it is a facility. There are 2 green missions on the first floor, 2 yellow missions on the second floor, and 1 red mission on the third floor, I think. I didn't go down that far. I wasn't looking for trouble. And obviously, they give commensurate rewards. So, I mean, that's pretty much it for the new content. The fleet marks are given for all the Tholian missions that you do. Fleet marks are also given for all the starbase defense missions you do. And there is a mission on the starbase to inspect cadets, where you go down a row of 5 cadets, and you inspect them top to bottom, and when you find something, you correct them on it. And you have to scroll through a list of things to correct them on. And apparently there's a limited amount of time to do it, but I didn't see a timer, and I didn't run out. So, and you get 5 fleet marks for that, so, whatever. And I think you get 50 fleet credits per mark you throw in, or something. So, yay. I was contributing to projects that I didn't entirely understand, but I was throwing stuff at them anyways. I was throwing commodities at them, which, note to self, I need to get more commodities. Those things. Oh, also yesterday, on the normal server, on Holodeck, I did the 3 normal space STF missions. The Cure, Infected, and Kittimer Accord. So I have a general understanding of what goes on there. And when I jumped into them, I was asking the STO RP channel people for tips. Now, I've done the Cure before, so I didn't really need tips on that one. But basically, with the Cure, you have to blow up the bottom tier of nanites, then the second tier, and then the top tier, or else apparently bad guys start showing up in weird orders. And then you need to make sure you protect the Kang so you get the optional objective taken care of. So yesterday when I did it, I noticed everyone, like 3 people, immediately broke and went to the right board cube. And 1 person went straight ahead to the middle board cube. And so I parked myself next to the Kang and watched to the left and straight ahead. And to the right, I was watching for the ships that were going to bypass them. And I had to run combat aerospace patrol. It was fine. It worked out well. I was able to hold my own. And the person who went down the middle, I understood the only reason they went down the middle was to run interference in the area. So the 2 of us kind of worked together. And then on Infected, you have to blow up a transwarp gateway or something like that. And so there are these nodes on either side that you have to take out. And so we were all focusing on one side, and it was taking a while. And it turns out the tip I was given was to focus on the nanite probes and spheres, because they will repair stuff. So I started, popping them and everything. I started focusing on that. And then the last one, in Kittimer Accord, I was told everything else is secondary. Focus on probes coming out of the gateways, because there are 2 of the gateways from Infected, one on either side. There are none of these nanite vehicles that show up to repair stuff, so you don't have to worry about that. But probes occasionally come out of the gateways, and they're trying to go to this temporal gateway in the middle. And what you need to do is prevent any ships from getting into that temporal gateway. So 3 guys went to the far gateway. I and Bortos Dreadnought went to the closest gateway to where we jumped in, or to the other one. And basically, I kind of did loops, like was running circles, wide circles, lending fire to the Bortos's mission, which was taking out that side of the nanite thing, keeping the gateway repaired, and paying attention for probes coming through the gateway. And I was just popping probes left and right. So I think I'm getting familiar with them. I don't know if I want to do elites just yet. I probably could do them. It's just I would have to be on the ball, and I would probably be sweating it. But as it was doing normal, it was easy, it was fun, and it's kind of hard for a pickup group to kind of mess those up. Now, we did mess up the optional on infected, but I don't know how it happened because I don't know how it happened. So there's that. Anyways, I think that's enough about Star Trek Online. I have a D&D game to get to today, so until next time.